गुरुरेव गति गुरुमेव भजे गुरुणैव सहास्मि नमो गुरवे न गुरुः परमं शिशुरस्मि गुरोः मतिरस्ति गुरो मम पाहि गुरो सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रयविनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय हरये परमात्मने प्रणतः क्लेशनाशाय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेदमपेदकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुस्तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेतः। सर्वेभ्यः नमस्कारः. We are saying Bhagavada Purana, Canto 4, and we saw in the last video that Daksha Prajapati conducted a very big yagna and he invited everyone except his youngest daughter Sati Devi, and he also did not invite her husband Sri Rudra. But Sati Devi, she wanted to participate in the yagna. So without listening to her husband Sri Rudra, even Sri Rudra objected to it. She went to her father's house. But there she was not respected. She was invited by her mother and sisters, but other than them, no one just cared for her or disrespected her actually. And she got very angry. And she saw that the yagna bhaga was not kept for her husband Sri Rudra. Seeing that, she got very angry. And she said that I do not want to bear this body which is born out of the hater of Shiva. And she invoking the Agni in her, she burned her body. So all the people who were there, the Devas, the Prajapatis and everyone, they were so stunned. And the retinue of Sri Rudra, that is the soldiers of Bhagavan Sri Rudra, they attacked Daksha Prajapati. And at that time, Bhrigu Rishi, he called the Ribus from their realm and attacked the soldiers of Sri Rudra. So the soldiers of Sri Rudra, they were just chased away from that place by the Bhrigu Rishi and the Ribus. Somehow this news came to the ears of Sri Narada. He knows everything, what are all happening in this entire creation. And he informed Sri Narada, informed this to Sri Rudra. Rudra got very angry. He pulled off the strand of his matted hair and just put it on the floor with force. From that matted hair emerged Virabhadra. Virabhadra was so gigantic in figure, towering up to the skies, dark in complexion, exactly like Bhagavan Sri Rudra, having a trident in his hand and wearing the mundamala and rudraksha, everything. He was exactly like Sri Rudra. And he asked his master, "Master, what are my orders?" He asked. Sri Virabhadra asked Sri Rudra. Bhagavan Sri Rudra said, "Mat badhana tvam agrani. You are the chief among all my soldiers. Daksham sayagna jahi aha. Along with Daksha, destroy that yagna. That is, destroy yagna and Daksha also. Daksham sayagna jahi. Destroy Daksha along with this yagna." This Bhagavan Sri Rudra said. And immediately Sri Virabhadra followed his orders, and he got ready to go to the place where the yagna is being held. And he marched in front with the trident in his hand, with all that muntamala and everything. He walked in front, and the soldiers, Bhattar of Bhagavan Sri Rudra, they all followed. And when they started from Kailasa itself, some evil portents were seen in the sky near the sacrificial hall. At a distance, they all the people, the Brahmanas, the women who came there, the wives of the Brahmanas, and the rishis, the Prajapatis, they were all divine people, isn't it? Not like us. So they were able to sense something negative, or they were able to see the evil portents on the distant sky, just like some black clouds are coming like that. They saw that, and they all feared what is going to happen. And they all sensed that this is the repercussion of the disrespect we have shown to Sati Devi, and she burned her body, and so this is the consequence of it. Even Daksha Prajapati feared it. Something negative they all were able to sense. At that time, when they were thinking like that, Veerabhadra, along with the soldiers of Bhagavan Shiva, they all entered the sacrificial hall. And they just disturbed everyone, destroyed everything they could see, pulled out the festoons, and spilled the ghee down, put all the flowers in the yagna gunda, and put all that summit that scattered all away all that is summit. And they just drove away all the brahmanas, the priests, everyone. Some fearing that scene itself, they ran away. And Veerabhadra, along with those soldiers, they tied Daksha Prajapati to one pillar and Bhrigu Rishi to another pillar. They tied those two people to that pillar. And some of the soldiers of Bhagavan Sri Rudra, they pulled the beard and the mustache of Bhrigu Rishi and Daksha Prajapati like that. So they disturbed them very well, and they destroyed that entire Yagna Gunda itself. And at that time, Veerabhadra thought, why not I give this Daksha as the sacrificial animal? And so he cut off the head of Daksha Prajapati and put it in the Yagna Gunda. That is, he gave it as Ahuti. So after destroying everything, they returned back to Kailasa. So then in the meantime, all the Devas and the Pitas who are all escaped from that sacrificial hall, they ran away they went to Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma said, yeah, I sensed something like that. And you people are responsible for it. You are also the first cause for that, because you also did not respect Sri Rudra. To support Daksha Prajapati in fear, you withheld the Yagna Baha that is entitled for Sri Rudra. You did not give him the Yagna Baha. So that is a great disrespect shown towards Sri Rudra. You are also responsible for it. And Lord Brahma said, in a place where Sri Rudra is insulted or disrespected, myself or Sri Vishnu will not go there. But you all went and attended that yagna. So that's all the great mistake. No one understands the greatness of Sri Rudra, Lord Brahma said. Naham na yajno na cha yuya manye ye deha bhajo munayascha tattvam vidu pramanam bhalavirya yorva yat yasyatma tandrasya kha upayam viditset. Na aham, not me. Na yajna, not even Indra. Na yuyamcha, not even you people, you devas. Munayascha na viduhu, not even the munis, that is the great rishis. They understand the real nature of Sri Rudra. He is a Trimurti, one among the prominent person in this creation. So no one understands his nature, not me, not you, or not even the rishis. They understand the real nature of Sri Rudra. So what else to do now? Let us go and seek pardon to him, because since he is very pure, his nature his original nature is sattvic, pure. He is that Brahman. He is that all-pervading. He will excuses, pardon us very soon. So we will go and seek his pardon, Lord Brahma said. And when he said this, all the Peters, the Yakshas, the Devas, all that Brahmana praise, they everyone, along with Bhagavan Brahma, Lord Brahma, they went to Kailasa. And Kailasa is such a beautiful place. In now itself is such a beautiful place in spite of all this air pollution and all that. So just imagine at the time of creation, it was so beautiful. All that snow-clad mountain peaks and the metallic combination of Kailasa is such that at one time it will shine in one color. The other time it will shine in another color. Sometimes it will shine as a golden peak, sometimes as a silver peak. Sometimes that Kailasa will look like a coral peak, somewhat red, orangish red in color. Sometimes dark, very dark, ebony black, that color. Sometimes blue in color. All that is because due to the metallic composition of the Kailasa, that mountain peak. But it looks so beautiful. And these Devas and Lord Brahma saw the beautiful scene of that Kailasa. And on the way, they saw the Alakapuri city. And Alakapuri city is described as Nanda cha Alaga Nanda cha Saritau Bahyata Puraham Tirtha Pada Padam Bhoja Rajasativa Pavane. That beautiful city Alakapuri, it has that very beautiful forest, Saugandhika, and it is surrounded by Nanda on one side and Alagananda on another side, and it is that place is made divine, sanctified by the path of Bhagavan Shiva walking there. So it is such a beautiful place, and that forest is filled with so many of fragrant flowers and trees. So very beautiful forest, and many shlokas are devoted in the Srimad Bhagavata to describe about the beauty of Kailasa as well as Alakapuri. It's such a beautiful place. And in that place, under a big banyan tree, Lord Rudra is sitting there, and in that posture of teaching or giving advice to the other rishis, and he is seen in that with that ashes smeared all over him, with akshamala, that is the rudrakshamala, and that trident which he'll always have, and many rishis. Some of the rishis are older than that Bhagavan. They are all sitting in front of him, and all those rishis included the Sanat Kumara rishis, the Kupera, Narada, and many great Siddha Purushas. And Kailasa is a place where many of the rishis reside there permanently, because it is such a serene place. I think in the whole world, only Kailasa is the perfect place for meditation. So many Siddha Purushas, they throng that place. They always visit that place, or they have made their residence permanently there. They always go there. So many rishis are sitting near that Bhagavan, Sri Rudra, and he is imparting knowledge to those rishis. And those rishis, they are seeing Bhagavan Sri Rudra in that posture with so much of reverence. That posture of Sri Rudra, or that posture of Bhagavan Shiva, is called Dakshinamurti. Why is it called Dakshinamurti? It is that posture with Bhagavata explains that Krutvorau Dakshine Savyam Padapatpam Cha Januni Bahum Prakoshte Kshamalam Asinam Tarka Mudraya. Dakshine Urau, on that right thigh, Savyam Pada Padmam, he has placed his left leg. So on the right thigh, he has placed the left leg. Savye Janani, on the left knee. Savyam Bahum Chakritva, he has placed his left hand. Prakoshte Akshamalam. On his wrist, there is an Akshamala, that is the Rudrakshamala. Tarka Mudraya Asinam. And what did he do with his right hand? Tarka Mudraya. Tarka Mudraya and the teaching posture, or it is also said as the Chin Mudra. Chin Mudra is that mudra which indicates, or which is the lakshana of teaching, or to indicate others that for the Jivatma to join with the Paramatma, the three things have to be left. That is, the thumb finger indicates Paramatma, this pointer finger Jivatma. So, for the Jivatma to unite with Paramatma, or for this Jiva to unite with Brahman or merge in Brahman, the three things have to be left. So, these three fingers, it indicates that three things. And it depends on, and the different acharyas give different interpretation for these three fingers. The first and the foremost interpretation given is this middle finger indicates buddhi or ahankara, and this ring finger indicates the manas. That's why we put a ring on this finger, and even in wedding, they wear ring in this finger and exchange it so that the mind of one person should merge with the mind of the other person. So that's the reason behind it. So this ring finger indicates the manas, mind, and the little finger indicates the stula sharira, the physical body. So for the Jivatma to unite with or merge in Paramatma, we have to leave the Ahankara, Manas and Sharira. We have to come over it, and then the Jivatma unites with Paramatma. This is one interpretation. Another interpretation is, for the Jivatma to unite with the Paramatma, we have to cross over the three bodies, that is the physical body, Annamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, mind, and the Vijnanamaya Kosha, that is the Buddhi. That is the physical body, subtle body, and the causal body. We have to cross over all this for the Jivatma to merge in Paramatma. This is one interpretation. Another interpretation is, for the Jivatma to merge in Paramatma, we have to cross over our three states of existence. That is, we are in the Jagrad Avastha, that is the waking state, or in the Sushupti Avastha, that is the deep sleep state, or the Swapna Avastha, dream state. So one has to cross over these three states to unite with Paramatma or Brahman. And a person's life revolves around these three states only. Either we will be in the Jagrad Avastha, waking state, or we will be in the Swapna Avastha, that is very common and famous, or we will be sleeping in the Sushupti Avastha. So a person's life revolves around these three states. So he has to cross over these three states for the Jivatma to unite with Paramatma. So Dakshinamurti Bhagavan, he is showing this teaching posture to the rishis. No one is telling, and he is not teaching by words. He is very calm, maunam. He didn't even utter a word. But the rishis, they understand everything. What are all he is teaching, he is in his mind, the rishis were able to grasp it. That is when we worship Bhagavan Dakshinamurti, when we meditate his posture itself, and if our mind is pure, then we get this knowledge from Bhagavan directly. Those rishis, they have raised their mind to the higher level. So they just see Lord Dakshinamurti, and he is imparting knowledge through silence and not by words. He is not using any posture like this or not even uttering a word. In maunam, in silence, he is imparting knowledge to those rishis. And those rishis, they are great rishis, Sanat Kumara rishis, Narada, and many Siddha Purushas, great rishis. They were all sitting there. In reverence, they are just saying Lord Dakshinamurti. And Lord Dakshinamurti, he was teaching in Maunam Vyakhyanam. He is teaching everyone in silence. When Lord Brahma and all the other devas, when they neared him, he sensed that someone is coming, and he opened his eyes and saw Lord Brahma and all the other devas standing there. And Lord Brahma said, he saluted Lord Dakshinamurti, and Lord Dakshinamurti also saluted them back. And Lord Brahma said, ज्ञाने त्वमीशं विश्वस्य जगतौ योनि बीजयोः शक्ते शिवस्य च परं यत्तद्ब्रह्म निरन्तरम्. You are that eternal Brahman. You are supreme over Shiva or Shakti. You are that Vishwasya Jagatau Yoni Bijayoho. You are that Vishwas, that is universe, Yoni and Bija. You are the mother and father of this creation. You are above that Shiva or Shakti. Tvameva Bhagavan Yetat Shiva Shaktyo Sarupayoho Vishwam Srujasi Pasyatsi Kridannurpado Yatha. You are undivided as a Shiva and Shakti. That is your manifestation. You are not divided. You are not divided from Shakti, and you are above Shiva and Shakti, and you are the Vishwas, that is this universe. You create this, you both of them together. You create Srijasi, that is you create it, and Pasi, that is you maintain it, and in the end you take this universe in you, that is said as destruction. Take this universe in you just like a Urnanabhi, that is just like a spider. The spider brings out the web from its side, and for some time it spreads that web, and when its job is over, it takes back that web inside it. So just like that, you spread out this creation from you. From some time, you spread it and you sustain it. And after some time, when you feel that it is enough, you take it back in you. So it is happening in you only. And you are that Shiva and Shakti. That is, you are that Brahman and Prakriti. Prakriti, which is brought out by Maya. So you are that. And how come this happened to Daksha Prajapati? And it is you that you made disciplines on the rules for the discipline and what all the rules to be followed. And the Brahmanas follow it, that's all. You brought out the Vedas and you want to protect the Vedas. And for that only, Daksha Prajapati is performing these rituals. Only when we practice it, that will be alive. So when we want, even when we have any art form, when we know any art form, only when we practice it, that art will be alive in us, or we can protect that art and use it at some time. So just like that only, you are the instrument for Daksha Prajapati to perform this all these rituals. You only wanted to protect the Vedas. So for the protection of the Vedas, the Vedic rituals have to be performed. And that only Daksha Prajapati was doing. Of course, he didn't respect you, and he didn't give that yagna baha to you. So it's a great insult only, I understand. But the great Mahatmas, even when the people who practice the Brahma Vidya, the Satakas, they even don't care about the respect or disrespect. Then how come you got angry when he didn't respect? What is the secret behind it? Your retinue, that is your soldiers, and that head of that soldier, Veerabhadra, they completely destroyed the yajna. So this should not happen to the Daksha Prajapati. He only followed your orders, and it is not that I cannot believe that even the sadhakas do not get angry. Then how come you got so angry? You are that Brahman. How is it possible? How come it happened to the case of Daksha Prajapati? Lord Brahma said, and he said, "Oh Bhavan, kurvadvarasyoddharanam hadasya botsvaya asamaptasya mano prajapate nayatra bhagam tava bhagino daduhu Kuyajvino yena makoni niyate. O Lord, even though the priest did not give the yagna baha to you, do something to complete this yagna, because this yagna should not be interrupted. Where if it is interrupted, then it is not good for this creation. So if for a small yagnas itself it is like that. So just imagine about Daksha Prajapati doing a yagna, big yagna for the welfare of this entire creation. So you should not be obstructed and brought to an end abruptly like this. So it is not good for the creation or for anyone living here. So please see to it that it gets continued and get completed. This Lord Brahma requested Bhagavan Sri Rudra, who is in the post of teaching the rishis, or who is in the job of teaching the rishis, and that posture of Bhagavan is called the Lord Dakshinamurti. That is, Brahman, when he is calm and meditating in that meditating posture, he is said as Shiva. When that Shiva is in the destructive mode, very angry to bring an end to this creation, then he is said as Sri Rudra. So Lord Brahma requested to continue this yagna and complete this yagna blissfully. And Lord, hearing all that, what did he reply to Lord Brahma? Let us see in my next upload. Om Shri Narayana Kila Guru Bhagavan Namaste. Om Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.